Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a Shop My Stash video. This is going to be what we are starting my Shop My Stash with today. As you can tell, I put my everyday makeup in these two little acrylic containers that I got at HomeGoods on sale. And most of the products that are currently already in them are products that are in a project pan of some kind. There's only a few that aren't. This is my little container for foundations. Right now I just have two that are currently in my project pan. It is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk as well as the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, which is one of my favorites. I have one concealer currently in my everyday makeup. It is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Concealer, which is right here. For powders, I have one loose powder, which is my Sonia Kashuk Under Eye Brightening Powder, as well as my NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. I forgot I also do have this NARS Potted Concealer right here that I am trying to pan. I have a toddler who's filming with me, playing with makeup while I film. Zoe, say hi.
Hi.
That is eyeshadow on her cheek, not a bruise. So anyway, back to my everyday makeup. So I have a couple of bronzers. I have my Hoola Benefit bronzer as well as my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer right here. And then I do have some blushes over here that I have some blushes that I'm currently trying to pan. And then I also have my blush palette from Smashbox as well. A couple of Tarte palettes, both are in project pans, as well as my Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless palette from Ciate. I also have my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick, and then a few little lip minis that I'm also trying to pan. What else do I have over here? A MAC Painterly Paint Pot. A MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And then also an eyeshadow from MAC. This is my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner that I use every single day. And then I also have some Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops, as well as a Stila Glitter and Glow. So I think that covers everything that is currently in my everyday makeup storage area. And now to go through my collection and fill these up a little bit more. All right, you guys, so here is my current makeup setting spray / mist and primer collection. It's actually pretty darn manageable right now. So just thinking that we're in the summertime, I know right away I want to grab my Pixie Glow Mist as well as my Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. And then I always just like to have my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So I think those are the three makeup mists that I am going to go with. And then for primer, I want to pull out my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. This is one that I love to use all year round, but especially in the summertime. And since it is summertime, I do also want to pull in my Becca Backlight Primer. And then I'm also going to grab my Milk Blur Stick just for like my forehead lines and any days that I may feel like my pores are just a little bit enlarged. So I feel pretty good about these three primers being the ones that I'm going to use for the next few weeks. And just like that, we filled up my section for mists and primers. Now on to foundation. Okay, so here's my foundation collection. I do like to switch up my foundation quite a bit, so I am going to probably pick quite a few here. I know for sure I'm going to grab my IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. This is the illumination one. I prefer it to the regular CC cream, which I do have as well. So I'm going to pull in the illumination one, and then I'm also going to pull in my L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. I love this foundation for the summertime. I also want a lightweight BB cream, so I'm going to use this Maybelline Dream BB Fresh Foundation. And then I also want to pull in this Stila Sheer Color Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the shade Tone, which is way too dark for me, so this is like the only time of year I can like even attempt to make this work. So I'm going to pull this in. I also want to pull in this Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation just because I have a ton left of this, and this is one of my older foundations in my collection. It's also too dark for me, so the summertime is like the only time I can wear this guy. I love my L'Oreal Pro Glow in the summer, all year round, all the time, but I'm not going to pull this in right now. I'm also going to pull in my Smashbox Studio Skin because it's been a little bit since I used this, but this is a really, really nice hydrating foundation. And this one, again, is more of like a summer shade for me. So we'll pull that in. This is what the foundation cubby, if you will, is looking like. I feel like I have room for one more. I'm going to pull in, my heart tells me to pull in my Maybelline Fit Me. Does it fit? Yes, it does. Okay, those are the foundations we are going to go with. I know it seems like a lot again, but I like to change up my foundation quite often. I mix my bronzer drawer and my powder drawer. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've used my Becca Sunlit bronzer, so I'm going to pull this in. But because I have my Hoola bronzer, my bronzer contour stick, as well as that Physicians Formula bronzer that I'm trying to pan, I'm just going to pull this in and call it good for bronzer. Alright, you guys, here is my blush drawer. For blush, I mainly want to focus on pulling in products that I feel like I really can only get away with in the summertime. So I'm going to pull in my Pixie Aspen Ovard blush in the shade Rome Rose. I'm like undecided on whether or not I like this, so this will be a good test on whether or not I want to keep this or declutter it. I also want to pull in this Ciate, what do they call this? I forget what they call these little blushes, but this is in this shade Summer Love, so perfect summer love. So I'm going to pull that one in, and then I think this is, yes, this is my NYX Ombre blush in the shade Strictly Chic. Obviously this is like a coral shimmery blush, so I feel like I can really only get away with this in the summertime, so I'm going to pull that in. I feel like I'm going overboard already with blush. Alright, that's going to be it for blush. Like I said, I have some other blushes that I'm trying to pan, so we're just going to pull in these 5 for right now. Alright, you guys, the toughest drawer I feel like of all for me, my highlight drawer. I know I'm going to pull in my ColourPop Flexitarian, that's lunch money. I'm going to pull in Flexitarian because I've been really enjoying this as an inner corner highlight. I also really like the Mrezi highlight, especially for the summertime, so I'm going to pull that in. And then, oh, it's been a while since I've tried this Essence Pure Nude highlight, so let's pull that guy in. I've been wanting to try this cushion highlighter. So we're going to go with that.
Mommy?
And then that should really be it. But I'm also going to pull in, and then I'm also going to pull in my Fenty Beauty Mean Money Hustla Baby highlight, which Lightning Dust Fire Crystal highlight. Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal highlight. Alright, you guys, here is my palette collection for the most part. I have a couple other ones in another area, but those are the ones that I don't really pull that much. So I already kind of pulled the ones I'm thinking about. I know I really want to focus on these 2 palettes this month. I'm going to try and do like a 1 month 2 palettes type of thing where I really focus on 2 palettes. Also want to really play around with the BH Festival Weekend Festival palette while we are still in the summer months. This is one that I talked about in my Makeup Dust Collectors video. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. I just never really got a ton of use out of this, so I want to pull this and try and use it. These 2 Huda mini palettes I really have been enjoying for the summertime. It's the Warm Brown Obsession, which looks like this. Actually, this is really more suited to the fall. Maybe I'm gonna stick that one back. I definitely want to keep this coral one pulled in for the remainder of the summer. I've been really enjoying this guy. And then this is a face palette, but the Josie Maron Vibrancy palette I'm definitely going to keep in for the remainder of the summer. I've really been enjoying this guy. This Laura Geller highlighting palette I want to get more use out of. It's been a while since I've used this. This was also in my Makeup Dust Collectors, and I actually really do enjoy the highlights in here. It comes with 3 highlights, the Gilded Honey, Ballerina, and Peach Glow, all really beautiful. So I'm going to pull this guy in. And then I also want to pull in at least one of my Juvia's palettes. I'm trying to decide between these 3. This is the Magic palette, the Deuce palette, and then the Saharan one. I think I may end up going with the Saharan one and the Deuce. I'm going to pull both of these in. Alright, you guys, this is what I pulled in for lips, and then a couple other random products that are just kind of like scattered randomly throughout my room, or like in my basically like new makeup I'm trying or whatever. collection, but I pulled in my 2 Rainforest or like H2O glosses by Tarte that I've really been liking. Excuse the dirty table. Also my Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss in, I think, Fireball. I also pulled in my old ColourPop Alexis Ren liquid lipstick in this red color that I love, especially for the summertime. This is probably going to go bad soon. I'm pulling in this Dose of Colors Coral Crush liquid lipstick. Love this color for the summertime. A ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. I think it's Ultra Matte, or is it Ultra Satin? Ultra Matte in the shade Midi. I really do like this color. I got these relatively recently. This is a YSL lip stain in the shade 22. And then this L'Oreal Juicy Shaker as well. And then I couldn't not pull in my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I also grabbed another concealer. You guys, I wanted to try out the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. So I pulled this out. I have mine in the shade Porcelain. I haven't tried this guy yet, so I'm really interested to see if this is worth the hype. And then I also wanted to pull in one of my Stila Shadow and Go or Glows, and this is in the shade Kitten. Looks like this. And then I also have this Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in Top Yacht, which I bought a long time ago and haven't really tried yet. And then finally, this was in my Dust Collectors video. This is the Sleek Makeup Solstice Highlighting Palette. I just want to see if I do indeed not like this or if I like it. So I'm gonna pull in these guys and I'll be right back to show you guys my everyday makeup containers. Alright you guys, so after all of that, we are looking pretty full in the everyday makeup containers. This will probably be my stash for the next month and a half or so until right before September is what I'm thinking. And I will, obviously I'm going to keep doing my monthly favorites videos, but I would like to do sort of like a roundup of what I liked, what maybe I want to declutter, learned that I didn't like in this entire stash, and then obviously I'll come back and do another Shop My Stash towards the end of August or the beginning of September. So sorry for the background noise today. Again, I have a toddler I'm trying to entertain while I film these videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in my next one.